Hi there. Are you planning a trip to France? Are you planning a trip to France in the summer months? Well, if so, watch this video to the end so that you can learn from my frustrations and set or reset your expectations. Now, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell so that each time I upload a video about expat life, moving abroad, or living life on your terms with confidence and ease, you will be notified. My name is Patricia Brooks, and I live in the south of France and have been for 3.5 years. And even with that, this past August, I experienced culture shock and frustration. And I am going to share that experience with you so that you can avoid that. Now, it is true that the French do experience a good quality of life with the food, with the work-life balance. Did you know that by law, full-time French employees are required to get 5 full weeks of vacation? That's 5. Now, if you would like to have 5 full weeks of vacation, comment below. And with that, the French like to take their vacations in the summer times, July and August. And that's not much different from a lot of people in a lot of different countries. And I think August here is the month that they enjoy taking vacations most. And in fact, Paris is known for virtually shutting down, not really, but in the month of August. And my first trip to France was in August with a friend. And she'd been to Paris several times, and there were some shops and some restaurants she really wanted to show me. And so we figured out how to get to these, places that she experienced a couple of years ago. And we navigated the metro and we got there. And when we got there, there were signs on the door for this shop. We're closed for our annual vacation, right? So she was frustrated. It's like, I really wanted you to see this shop. She says, well, let's go to this restaurant. It's really great and you're going to love it. And we get there. All the chairs were stacked up outside in front of the restaurant, and on the door, once again, fermé, closed for summer holidays. And we did this about one more time, and eventually we just said, you know what, we're just going to figure out where we're going to go as we are there. We're not going to go any more out of our way in order to find these places, because in August, things shut down in Paris. And so I think she was a little disappointed, but we had a good time anyway. But that was my first experience of life in France in August. And it was a little bit shocking that, both doors would just shutter coming from an American perspective. But that's how French people do. And I think it's great that they take time away and with their families so that they can rejuvenate and recharge. All right. So that was my first experience. Well, fast forward 6 years. I am now living in France and have been for over 3 years. And this August, I was planning a trip to the United States. And in preparation, I wanted to get a few things done. One of which was to have my prescriptions refilled. The refill had ended and I needed to see my doctor to have my blood checked to see if I was on the right levels. And so I called my doctor's office and the phone rang and there was no answer. And then I thought, we're in August and it's France. I wonder if he is on vacation. And my doctor was my first landlord, so we are now friends and I have his cell phone number. So I sent him a text message asking, are you on vacation? Because it's August. And I know you French people like to take your vacations in August. To which he replied, yes, we're in Denmark and it's really chilly here. To which I replied, bonnes vacances. And I decided that if I ran out of my prescriptions, that I could have them refilled in the United States. Not optimal, but what was I going to do? And so that was the first little frustration this past August. The second frustration came when I called my mutuelle, my supplementary insurance, health insurance, because I wanted to have my permanent card. I only had a temporary card, and I felt that I needed proof of my insurance with that permanent card. And so I called my insurance company. And the phone rang, and the phone rang, and the phone rang. There was no answering machine saying that they are on vacation and they'll return on such and such a date. And so I was left to assume that, yes, they too were taking their holidays in August. And I thought, okay, well, my temporary mutuelle card will have to do. And I went about my business. Now, my letting things roll off my back like this is something that's new to me. And if you're interested in being able to do this as well and be more resilient in the face of frustration, then stay tuned to the end because I have a resource that I know you will enjoy. So that was frustration number 2. Frustration number 3 was that I had filed my French taxes in May. And the process is in the month of August, you get a statement that says how much you owe. And my French tax accountant had told me that I should get a statement back in the mail in August that showed a 0 balance due. So, third week in August, what do I get? My tax statement. And to my surprise, the balance due was other than 0. And I was like, oh, what's this? And so I immediately wanted to rectify this. So I called my tax accountant. And this time when I called, there was an answering service. My accountant had hired someone to answer the phone in her absence on her August vacation. So I knew for a fact she was on vacation and wouldn't be returning till the following week, and that I would have to hold my horses and wait to get this result. All right. So that was the third frustration. And so these might seem minor, but this was only the third, and the month of August had not come to an end yet. The biggest problem, or the biggest thing that could have been a disaster was that while doing my laundry in August, water started shooting up out of the back of the washing machine. And I quickly turned off the washing machine and I called my landlady and said, I got a problem with my washing machine. And later that day, she came over with a handyman friend to see if there was a problem with the washing machine. And it was not the washing machine. There was a backup in my plumbing system. So there we are, still in August. She is getting ready to go on vacation the following day, and I am without plumbing. And so she started to get a little anxious because she is French. And so she knows how difficult it can be to get service in the month of August because many, many people are on vacation. So fortunately, she is well connected, and a friend of a friend who is a plumber was able to come the following morning and clear my pipes, my plumbing, right? And had it not been for that, I don't know how that would have ended, but it would not have ended well. And so that is the culture shock of an American who is used to getting stuff done and getting stuff done in a timely manner, who's living in France and has to adjust to different ways of doing business and communicating about, being closed for extended periods of time. So I'm recording this at the end of September. August is over. So hopefully I won't have any emergencies like that in the near future that I have to be concerned with. But I wanted to share this experience with you because if you are considering coming to France in August and expecting to see certain things Be open, you might be surprised. If you are considering moving to France, where you will spend many an August, there may be some challenges you face or frustrations you experience if you aren't used to this way of life. Now, I mentioned that I wanted you to stay tuned to the end of this video because I do have a resource that can help you to be more resilient in the face of frustration. And that is a free membership site where I have over 100 recorded videos, audios, articles, writing prompts that will help you to build your confidence, your courage, and your ability to bounce back in the face of adversity. And if you're interested in subscribing to this free resource, I will put a link in the description below, and you can sign up absolutely free. So if that sounds like something that you would be interested in, please subscribe. Now, if you like this video, I will be recording another video about French culture shocks, as well as American culture shocks, because I recently took a trip back to the United States after being in France for 3.5 years. And it was really interesting to see how I viewed some things in the United States and how I'm starting to get used to some things in France that in the beginning really surprised me. So be sure to subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell so that you can be alerted when that video is ready. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you again real soon. Bye for now.